Hello and welcome to another F1 racing video in Real Racing 3. Today we're going to look at the Suzuka GP circuit in the Academy car with no upgrades at all. I didn't want to spend money on upgrades on this car because I knew I needed that money for other cars and that M dollars were hard to come by. So to win under these circumstances, I have to drive very aggressively. Best way to do that is with no assists, and I find with tilt B controls. Steering sensitivity is just a personal preference thing. First thing first, you want to get over and start drafting. And keep your eyes on my speed because that's going to let you know when I'm drafting. Then I want to get over to the right, get into the brakes hard, and set up a few passes here. I want to be hard on the gas here, and you're going to notice that I'm going to do a combination of quick braking once in a while here, or sometimes I just lift for a little bit. Because believe it or not, if you stay full throttle long enough here, you will go flying off track. So I'm doing a lot of drafting when I can. I'm going to set up an inside pass here. It's really tight. You could just cut this corner and cut this next corner and make a lot of passes, but I'm trying to show you how to do this like you kind of are in a race. I know I'm going off track more than you would in real life, but I'm not going off track according to this game. Often in this section, you could be drafting off the bot in front of you or getting the one behind you to push you. I don't have that luxury right now. But this next set of corners is very important. If you take this properly, then look how much speed I come out of that with and look how much I've gained. Now I've caught the draft and he's getting me a nice toe. And full throttle right through this section here, no reason to brake at all. As I head into this tight chicane, I'm trying to set up a nice pass, but okay, I didn't want to go off track. I don't mind a bit of contact. Now, I'm really far behind first place right now. However, these bots do not take these first section of this track very well. You will see what I'm talking about right away. Even right here, I'm gaining a lot on him. And then going through here, you can stay full throttle quite a bit, but if you don't get it just right, you're going to go flying off track. So I'm doing a little bit of braking, a little bit of lifting here and there, and then setting up a nice pass. Now it's just a matter of doing the rest of this nice and clean. This is one of my favorite corners because you can actually get airborne a bit. Just so you know, if you're steering a lot when you take that, you could go spinning out in the air. Now this hairpin kind of blew my mind. I didn't realize how fast I could get back to the gas here. So I'm braking earlier and then in the gas so early, and this car just takes it. Take this next section wrong and you go flying off track. Take it correctly and you can have some huge gains like you saw on my last lap. Some people say, well, just drive with all assists on or even just with traction on and you won't slide as much. That's true, but you will also be slower. Coming up here, there's two signs on the left-hand side, two white signs. I start braking at the second one, and I started my turn too early, and I wanted to be careful not to slide into the wall because that can happen when you're off track. So there you go. You can see that I had a great lead. I've sometimes been in first place at the end of the first lap, but that's pretty rare. So there you go. That's how you win this race with no upgrades at all. But if you do have some upgrades, there should have been some tips in there that will help you in the future at this track. And we'll just take a look at the final times here and switch over to see my lap times, and you can see the difference there. Quite a big difference. This is ME7 signing off. Thank you for watching and happy racing.